race fans, and welcome back here one last time for our All-Star weekend, week rather, in the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series. This is going to be the longest race of the season under the lights back at Charlotte once again for the Coke 600. Now, after a pretty wild All-Star race, we had Charles Jackson come out on top. He's going to start this race mid-pack. Our front row consists of Noah Boggs. This is his first pole ever since starting in the SEGA Cup, debuting back at Darlington. Right beside him is Derek Engel, who hasn't raced here since the showdown. Right behind him is his teammate Cole Dally, who wrecked with his other two Hendrick Motorsports teammates in the All-Star race. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Starting in fifth is going to be Seth Cole, running his new alien isolation paint scheme. And his teammate Shawn Henley running the National Guard colors. We're going to have a few National Guard cars in this race, as well as a few other Army-based and patriotic schemes. Well, time is slowly winding down as we're about to hear those famous words in motorsports.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Nice and easy, long day. It's going to be a lot of adjustments. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. This is a real race here. We're going to have a blast tonight. I can't wait to get out there and get going.
And as the cars are slowly rolling off onto the track, here is your starting lineup for the Coca-Cola 600. During the pre-race ceremonies, this is indeed going to be the longest race of the SEGA Cup Series season. We're going to be doing this for 50 laps. Now, one driver here going to be looking for redemption is Tim Fiegel, starting in the 6th position. He just came from the ARCA race in Texas, and we all saw what happened there, so he's going to try to find some kind of something to do to try to get back on track. But anyway, Noah Boggs, Derek Engel, Kris Wascher, and Cole Dally are our top four. Excuse me. As the pace car is making its way back on the pit road, and the green flag is out here at Charlotte. Hopefully not too many cars. Hopefully we won't see that many wrecks like we did in the All-Star race. But oh man, Noah Boggs already into the early advantage, but he's got Kris Wascher right behind him in that number 20. Right now, the top two being dominated by two Toyotas, as Noah Boggs, he will indeed lead the first lap. Seth Cole manages to break away in third, and he's gonna bring oh man, Derek Engel, he just slammed the door on Steven Gonzalez to try to block. And oh boy, we got some contact in the back, and we got trouble. Oh man, trouble in turn 2, and I saw a car flip. Oh man, I saw a car flip, but I had no idea who it was. We had contact in turn 2, and I have no idea who wrecked, but that will indeed bring out the caution. But we're gonna have to stay to Noah Boggs to make sure that no other cars hit any cars in turns 1 and 2, as Noah Boggs will indeed lead them under the first caution, and I think they have already cleared out the turns. Yes, they did. But oh man, we have to see who was all involved here. And oh man, the All-Star race winner Charles Jackson, he had some left side damage. Is there anyone on pit road? Oh man, Sky Commons, and I think he's the only car on pit road. He must have been the one that flipped. I don't know. Poteet's back here, but I don't see any damage to the 10. Alex Ferranti has rear damage. I'm trying to see anyone else. Joshua Mudd, he has left side and rear damage. I don't see anyone else with rear damage. Wow, that's shocking. And man, these guys are already trying to make pit stops. Well, anyway, while pit stops are going on here at Charlotte, let's see what happened to bring out our first caution on lap number 2. So stay tuned, everybody. Well, here's having to bring out our first caution, and here is the source of the accident. Heading into turn 1, Levi McIntyre hooks James Qualls left rear, and then both cars get loose, and Qualls tried his best to save it, but he gets into the wall. Kyle Matthews also gets into the right side of Levi McIntyre, but McIntyre got away. But then teammates, the 31 and the 27, Kyle Matthews get together, and then it's just a huge clusterfuck here. I had to see where this part started because James Qualls he tried to come back down, but then they went 4 wide, and Dillon Poteet, he was below the apron. Okay, he came up onto the 18 of Joseph Lombard, and then as Pichu London came down, Lombard went up into James Silverfox, and then Jake Rogers, he slides up, and then he brings Poteet along with him. Then further back, Dougie Shears hooks the 16 of Garett Snyder, and that's what sent Sky Commons over in the 41 car. That's who I saw flip. Joshua Mudd also got stuck in the wall. Danny Wells slammed hard into Charles Jackson. Then Trent Dunham and Alex Ferranti, they got together. And just a thing, last season in the Coke 600, Trent Dunham and Alex Ferranti were battling together for the win. Oh man, but as we see Sky Commons sliding on his roof, and Poteet, he spins out out of turn 2. Oh man, huge wreck there, but I don't think too many cars got banged up that badly. They all just scraped each other. I think the cars that got the worst of that were Sky Commons and Joshua Mudd. Here we are back at Charlotte with 1 lap to go on the restart, and there is a lot of strategy during pit stops. Some guys went gas and go, some took 2 tires, and some took 4. And shockingly enough, out of that huge accident, no cars dropped out of the race. But Sky Commons got the worst of it, as he is now 2 laps down. Anyway, after pit stops, our new leader is Steven Gonzalez. He's going to try to get his 2nd win since the Daytona 500. 2nd now is Sean Galligan. 3rd is Rohit Vadarevu. 4th, Michael Norman. 5th is James McLeod. 6th is Levi McIntyre. Noah Boggs dropped all the way back to 7th place. He took 2 tires. 8th was Derek Engel. 9th is Eric Burton. And rounding out the top 10 is Jessica Shelton. The rest of the top 15 rather, I'm sorry, are Twinix teammates Shawn Henley and Seth Cole, along with Dakota Hughes, Cole Daly, and Joshua Collard. There's still plenty of racing to go, and all 42 drivers are still on the track. But will we see another wreck? I don't know. I don't know. I hope not, but I'm hoping to see lots of exciting racing. But now the question is, will Sky Commons be slow after flipping? We're about to find out. I mean, he was still able to continue, but will he be up to speed as we're having the restart? And I think the answer to that question is a flat out no. I mean, he is just dropping back like a rock. He just got passed by his teammate Rohit Vadarevu, so these guys are going to have to stay on the high side to avoid that slow 41 car. I don't know who the 41 is going to hold up, but he's trying to stay to the inside best as he can. And Noah Boggs just forced him onto the high side. Now he's going to hold up Jessica Shelton and Eric Burton. I bet Jessica Shelton is pretty upset at her teammate right now because right now they're just losing spots left and right. And oh man, someone's blowing up. Who's blowing up? Someone's blowing up. I'm trying to see who it is. Oh no, it's Steven Gonzalez. He was leading on the race, and oh man, there's a wreck behind him. Oh man, there's a wreck behind him, and Jessica Shelton's involved. Danny's involved. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Steven Gonzalez was leader of the race, and he blows up. You know, I'm going to have to look at my Indy files because for some reason, cars always blow up while they're the race leader. And I saw the smoke up ahead, and I guess they all tried to slow down to try to avoid the 55 because he was stuck on the high side. But look how well that worked out. Oh man, that's a tough break for Steven. Maybe something broke on his car while after pit stops, but we already have our second caution, and Gonzalez is out, and Joseph Lombard, he's also damaged and he's out. Lyndon Rice coming down pit road. Oh man, Kyle Matthews is up in smoke. Danny Wells, I don't think he's smoking. Trent Dunham, he's up in smoke. He's out. And I'm trying to see if there's anyone else. And Steven Gonzalez, his car stopped smoking. Oh boy, oh boy. We've seen this happen. Sometimes when cars blow up, they stop smoking as soon as they hit their pit box. And he hasn't dropped out of the race yet. So maybe he's still gonna try to fix his car. And Tim Fiegel, his car just stopped smoking. So something definitely happened. But yeah, let's go to the replays and see how Steven Gonzalez blew up. Well, here is the replay right here. At the time Steven Gonzalez was leaving, then just as soon as he hit the start-finish line, Galligan was battling for position, and then his engine just went up in smoke. So Galligan, he got stuck behind the 55 a little bit, and as you see, just the black smoke just pouring out of the back of the 55 car. Galligan, he stayed to the inside, but I think before they came back to the start-finish line, I mean, the green flag was still out. And Steven Gonzalez was stuck on the high side, and Noah Boggs, he just passes under him. I mean, Steven, he tried to get to the inside, but there were too many cars coming. And Derek Engel, there was no way he oh my God, there was no way he could get to the bottom back in time. But then right here, Jessica Shelton, she was held up by her own teammate Sky Commons, and then I guess she got tired of being held up, and then she just got into Sky Commons' left rear. I think she tried to move him out of the way, but when she did that, I don't think she saw Cole Dally coming. I'm trying to slow it down enough. I guess she didn't see Cole Dally coming, and then they almost made it 4 wide, and then that made Cole also get hooked right into the 38 of Ryan Acosta, and Eric Burton, he was just an innocent victim. There was nothing he could have done, as all these cars just crashed on the high side, and I'm trying to see who else crashed as well. And Danny Wells, He almost got by, but then Sky Combs tried to get a little retaliation on Jessica Shelton, and then that caused Danny to get hit by the 4 car. And oh man, the track is just backed up here. William Duncan slams into the 19, then the 31 gets a little help, then the 56 got turned back there by Charles Sandfer, who's 3rd in points. There's Cody Lamas back there, and then there's Joseph Lombard in the 18. Shelton, she gets one more hit from James Silverfox. And I'm trying to see when the 18 started smoking. The 18 is already smoking, but I'm trying to see if the 18 hit someone, then started smoking, or he blew up. I'm trying to find a good camera angle, but I don't think I can. I can't tell if he's already smoking or not. There's the smoke erupting from the 18, and I think right there, that's when he started smoking. Yes, he is. He's already smoking. So he hit someone and he started smoking. Okay. I thought he blew up, but no. But oh man, large accident out of turns 3 and 4. Lots of cars involved. Oh man, James Qualls, he's also collected. He's a 4th in standing, so that's really gonna hurt him. Our winner from Richmond. Then, oh man, Danny Wells, he got another hit from Lyndon Wright. Oh man, it's just a lot of hits being taken back and forth, and oh man, there's a little trouble in paradise between Sky Commons and Jessica Shelton. And here we are back at Charlotte. We're going to restart on lap number 13. Still have plenty of racing to go. And Lyndon Wright is now 1 lap down in the 30th position. And the cars that are out of the race goes as follows. Charles Jackson, Tim Fiegel, Garett Snyder, Trent Dunham, Steven Gonzalez, Jessica Shelton, Danny Wells, Kyle Matthews, Joseph Lombard, James Silverfox, James Qualls, and Sky Commons. We have 30 cars left on the track. Our leader is Derek Engel. 2nd is Noah Boggs. 3rd is Kris Wascher. 4th is Rohit Vadarevu. 5th is Cole Daly. 6th, Levi McIntyre. 7th is Sean Galligan. 8th is Shawn Henley. 9th is Michael Norman. And rounding out the top 10 is James McLeod. Rest of the top 15 is Seth Cole, Joshua Collar, points leader Ian Dutta, Alex Drayton, and Dillon Young. Lots of racing left to go as we're now going to restart on lap 13. Is Lyndon Wright going to be slow? There's not any damage to that 24 as the green flag is backed out. And oh man, yes indeed, he is mega slow. No, boy. It looks like, Rohit Vadarevu is also slow. And look at Sean Galligan. Oh, man, Sean Galligan checked out on the hot side. And no, boy, they just forced it 3 wide back here. Vadarevu is indeed slow. He's holding up Michael Norman. And, oh, man, they're still going 3 wide. Oh, man, they're running dangerously close. And oh, man, Shawn Henley almost put Lyndon Wright in the wall. That was close. And, oh, man, they're still going 3 wide here. Dillon Young with some help from his teammate Dakota Hughes. He's trying to get to the inside of Seth Cole. And oh man, they're making it 4 wide. Oh, this is not going to work. Oh boy, there they go. There goes Jake Rogers and Vadarevu. Dougie Shears also spins out. And there's Eric Burton spinning as well. Oh man, that was not going to work. And Ian Dutta, he was also involved. Michael Norman was involved too. And oh man, they're still wrecking. Dougie Shears, Pichu, oh man, they're still wrecking. Michael Norman just slammed hard into Dougie Shears and his engine just went up in smoke. And there's the pace car and oh boy. Oh man, it's already bad enough that they go 3 wide in Charlotte, but when they go 4 wide, this is what happens. Oh man, and oh good, none of the leaders hit the 83, but oh man. Ryan Acosta, he has hood damage. Eric Burton, he went around. Pichu London is up in smoke. The same goes for Michael Norman. And there's William Duncan. He really needs to get out of the way. I mean, he's still up in smoke. Oh, man. This is what happens when you go 4 wide at Charlotte. It does not work. Oh man. Cautions breeding cautions here tonight at Charlotte. And more cars are going to be out of this race. Derek Engel is still the race leader. Let's go to the replays. Well, here's what happened to bring out this caution. This is the reason why you don't go 4 wide at Charlotte. Rohit Vadarevu came down onto Jake Rogers. Then Jake Rogers also got a little hit to Dillon Poteet. And Dillon Poteet knocked the 28 back up. And then that's what started this whole accident. Oh, man. Vadarevu hits Dougie Shears. And then Dougie Shears just came up onto the track. And then we have cars under the apron. And, you know, when you go fast under the apron, you are going to get loose. And that's what happened with William Duncan and Michael Norman. Michael Norman had gotten away from it, but then he just gets collected by the 6 car. And they were still wrecking here. Dougie Shears, he hits the 6. And we have to go further back here to see Eric Burton's accident. Eric Burton tried to avoid it, but he gets hit. He hits Ryan Acosta, then he gets another hit from Cody Lamas in the 17. Then that's what sent him around right back into Lyndon Wright once again. That's what made him spin out twice. Then we see Pichu London. Pichu London, he wasn't even smoking. He could have got away because there's hardly any damage to that 27, but it doesn't end there. Right now, Pichu London, he's on the apron, and he sees Dougie Shears and William Duncan coming back down, but then he slams into the back of the 83. That's what put him up in smoke. And you see the smoke coming out of the hood of the 27. And Michael Norman, he's trying to turn his car back around. Then up ahead, William Duncan, he also gives another hit to the 27. That's what got him up in smoke. And it still doesn't end there. Michael Norman, he's still trying to drive away, and I think he gets slammed by Ryan Acosta. Yes, he does. He gets slammed by Ryan Acosta, and then that made him get into the 83 of Dougie Shears, and Dougie Shears and Michael Norman, they both almost flipped. That's what sent these guys up in smoke. So, oh man, that's a tough break for the 27, the 8, the 83, the 6. And the 38. And here we are back at Charlotte. We're gonna restart on lap number 19, and we have more cars out of this race now. They are William Duncan, Dougie Shears, Pichu London, Michael Norman, and Ryan Acosta. Eric Burton and Lyndon Wright are still 1 lap down. We have 25 cars left on the track. After pit stops, our new leader is Sean Galligan, trying to get his first win in the SEGA Cup Series since Season 1 when he drove the 14. Second is Levi McIntyre. Third is Shawn Henley. Fourth is Dillon Young. Fifth is Alex Drayton. Sixth now is Noah Boggs. Seventh now is Jackie Tang. Eighth is Dillon Poteet. Ninth is Seth Cole. And rounding out the top 10 is James McLeod. The rest of the top 15 are Joshua Mudd, Derek Engel, Kris Wascher, Alex Ferranti, and Dakota Hughes. Sean Galligan in a prime starting position. He wants to try to get the 21 car in victory lane only for the second time. The first driver to do that is actually the current driver of the number 24, Lyndon Wright. He won the SEGA Cup Season 2 finale under the 21. As the green flag is back out here at Charlotte. You know, man, Eric Burton and Lyndon Wright are mega slow. You know, man, it looks like Jackie Tang may have spun the tires. He almost lost the lead pack a bit as we're trying to keep an eye on Eric Burton and Lyndon Wright. And I think most drivers are going to get around them, no problem. But right now they're holding up Alex Ferranti and Zach Hamlin. Joshua Collar, he just went to the inside, but they have to try to put these guys on the outside. But now here comes Cole Daly to try to get around on the high side. But that may have been a bad idea. Now he's stuck behind them. Heading back up to the front. We actually had a green flag lap going. Sean Galligan hanging on to that lead, but he's going to have a bumper full of Levi McIntyre and Shawn Henley. Shawn Henley, right now, he's already trying to get his second win. He did win at Texas, but now he's trying to run under those National Guard colors. He's trying to win here in Charlotte like Casey Mears did in 2007. But he has to get around Levi McIntyre first. And here comes his new teammate, Alex Drayton. And oh boy, the caution is out. The caution is out again. Saw that coming. Oh boy, it was Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright, he was involved. And oh boy, Cole Daly. Looks like it was a little problem between Hendrick teammates here. We have to see what happened between the 24 and the 88. Well, now here's what happened here. Coming out of turn number 2, it looks like Cody Lamas just hooks the left rear of Cole Daly in the 88, and then that makes both the 17 and the 88 can't come down right onto Rohit Vadarevu in the 39. I mean, the 39 was just an innocent victim. I mean, and he just spins out below the apron and right into the inside safety barrier. Now, that did not bring out the caution, but this did. While Cole Daly was coming back up onto the track, I don't know what happened here, but I think he came up right onto the 24 because he just hooks him almost like the same way Cody Lamas hooked him. And Lyndon Wright, he just slides up right in front of the 17. But then Cole Daly, he waits until the 17 is right next to him, and then he just, I don't know, he just comes up right into the racetrack in front of him, and then he just takes out himself along with the 17, and that's what actually brought out the caution. So maybe that was a little bit of payback after what he did at a turn 2, but I don't think that's the way Cole Daly wanted to do that. So, oh man, a heated rivalry right now between Cody Lamas and Cole Daly. And here we are back at Charlotte. We are going to restart on lap number 24 out of 50. We're almost to the halfway mark. And more guys dropped out of the race. They are Rohit Vadarevu, Cole Daly, and Cody Lamas. They all dropped out. And Lyndon Wright, he just dropped out, as well as Eric Burton. So we have 20 cars left on the track. Our leader after pit stops is Derek Engel. Second is now Alex Drayton. Third is Dillon Young. Fourth is teammate Jackie Tang. Fifth is now James McLeod. Sixth is Levi McIntyre. Seventh is Shawn Henley. Eighth is Joshua Collett. Ninth is points leader Ian Dutta. And running out the top 10 is Seth Cole. The rest of the top 20 is Dillon Poteet, Noah Boggs, Sean Galligan, Jake Rogers, Dakota Hughes, Joshua Mudd, Kris Wascher, Alex Ferranti, Charles Sandfer, and Zach Hamlin. And oh man, they decided to stay out caution for one more lap, just in case. So there's no sense in me going away here, so we're going to restart right at the halfway mark on lap 25. We were going to go back going, but for some reason the pace car turned its lights back on, so we're staying out for an additional lap. But Derek Engel right now he and Joshua Mudd are the only Hendrick representative left in this race. Alex Drayton, he still has his teammates Shawn Henley and Seth Cole still in this thing, the highest running Twinix driver right now. And as for Penske Racing, he has his teammate Jackie Tang right behind him. McIntyre and Dakota Hughes is still in this thing. As for Joe Gibbs, I believe the only Joe Gibbs car left in this race is Kris Wascher. And that indeed would be the case. Both Joseph Lombard and Charles Jackson are already out of this race. So, oh man, not very much teams hanging on here in this race. And I believe the only guy for Roush Racing left in this race is Alex Ferranti. Garett Snyder, Cody Lamas, and William Duncan have already dropped out. But we're about to get back underway. Derek Engel, he's still the race leader, but he's going to have a bumper full of Alex Drayton. Now, Alex Drayton, he is a 4-time winner in the SEGA Cup. He wants to try to get 5. This is his first official points race in the SEGA Cup back here for the 3rd season, and he's already going to the inside of Derek Engel in the 5. But don't count out Dillon Young yet. This is that's the same Alliance car that he used back at Phoenix, where he gained 10 positions in the closing laps and won. But right now, Alex Drayton, he is just pulling away. The guy who formerly drove the 51, that was Dylan Thoreau, and Dylan Thoreau, he was 10th in points. But now, unfortunately, Alex Drayton, he's not going to get those points. He's going to have to start fresh, so there's no way he's going to be able to go for a championship. But Alex Drayton, he's definitely going to try to go for the win here. As Dillon Young, he's still hanging back in 3rd, and here comes his 3rd Penske teammate, Levi McIntyre. He's trying to use the outside line to get around James McLeod, but he has no help right now. Here comes Josh McCall on the inside in the number 43. He's trying to get behind McLeod. As we see 2 more Twinix boys trying to work together, Shawn Henley and Seth Cole. And the top 4, they're all together right now. Jackie Tang, he's looking under his teammate Dillon Young for the 3rd position. I have to say that this is Tang's best race this season so far. He's running in the top 5. And Derek Engel, he was all over the back of that 51 car trying to represent for Hendrick Motorsports. But they got 5 Dodges behind them right now. 2 out of Penske, 1 from Everham, another from Penske, and Collard in the 43. Now we see Noah Bosch trying to get under Seth Cole. But Seth Cole's trying to get some help from the outside from Sean Galligan, and he clears the 15 once again. But now here comes another Everham car. That's Poteet. Right now he's battling it out with Jake Rogers and Ian Dutta. And there's a Joshua Mudd with some rear damage, and they're going 3 wide back here. Dakota Hughes being forced on the high side by Kris Wascher, and here comes Alex Ferranti in the 99. No, but oh man, contact, and Charles Sandfer, oh man, he just took himself out. And no caution for that. The green flag is still out. Yep, no caution for that. He came in contact with Dakota Hughes and Zach Hamlin, and he spun himself out, but there's no caution for the 07 car. Oh man, Charles Sandfer, third in points. That is not what he needed at all. The leaders are going to catch him pretty soon, and we're having a battle for 2nd. Jackie Tang, he has gotten around Derek Engel, but now Dillon Young, he wants to try to get up here now. And here comes Levi McIntyre. Oh man, look at Penske Racing right now. 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. Penske's trying to show what's up right now. Now separating them is Derek Engel. He's dropped back and forth, but no one has tried to make a move on the 51 of Alex Drayton right now. Alex Drayton trying to show these guys how to drive these Gen 6 cars. And another thing I like to point out, it has already been confirmed that Alex Drayton will indeed return to the Season 3 Mountain Dew Cold-Red Truck Series. He's going to stay in his number 17 in Red Horse Racing. He's going to drive that Toyota Tundra. And remember, in Season 2, he did finish 2nd place in the championship. So Alex Drayton, he's a man on the position right now. He wants to get back on his road to redemption, but he's gonna have to deal with Jackie Tang. Now Jackie Tang right now he sits 40th in standing, so he really wants to try to get a win here. The last time we saw the 77 go to victory lane was last season at Martinsville when Cole Daly was behind the wheel. Now we see two more Penske teammates trying to work together for third place. They're trying to battle each other, but Dillon Young, he's not going to make it easy. And oh man, he almost shut the door on McIntyre. And they're going 3 wide behind him. Shawn Henley along with James McLeod and Derek Engel. He's just stuck on the high side. Seth Cole, he's also stuck on the high side as well, right behind Derek Engel, running that new alien isolation paint scheme on his number 52. One of the new games to come out here in 2014. He's also going to run the Evil Within paint scheme at the next race. Heading back up to the front, it's still all about Alex Drayton, but he has a Penske fleet right behind him, but maybe not for long, because it looks like Shawn Henley, he's going to have to try to battle Dillon Young for the 4th position, but he can't catch him right now. As I said before, Shawn Henley, he's trying to win in that number 25 National Guard paint scheme like Casey Mears did in 07. And we're having another battle back here, and Seth Cole, he just died to the inside line to get behind Noah Boggs. And here comes Gallagher trying to bounce back. After pit stops, he lost a lot of spots. Gallagher trying to help his friend Seth Cole, but he just went to the high side. Now he's going to have to try to get behind Noah Boggs. Let's ride on board with the 21 car. Back up to the front, and oh man, it's a hard 5-car race. These guys have finally caught Alex Drayton. They're now bumper to bumper as we're having a strong green flag run going. No man, just look at Team Penske. Three of their 4 cars are in the top 5, just battling right now. They're trying to show how much Dodge can race well here. But both Levi McIntyre and Jackie Tang are still trying to get their first wins. Dillon Young, he already won back at Phoenix, so he's trying to get win number 2, but he just got forced on the high side by Shawn Henley and James McLeod. The 25 and the 91 are trying to separate Penske. And oh boy, now we're having our first battle for the lead now. Jackie Tang, he's about to take it away from Alex Drayton, but Alex Drayton has no help on the high side. And leading this lap is going to be, I think it was Tang, barely. Yes, it was. Jackie Tang has led that lap, so we have a new race leader. But now here comes McIntyre pulling a crossover move. And he has cleared the 51, so now Levi McIntyre, he's hanging on to 2nd place. Now we're having a battle for 3rd between Henley and Drayton. Shawn Henley and Alex Drayton, they used to be teammates over in Michael Racing in the 1st season. Drayton drove the 00 and Henley drove the 47. And oh boy, these guys are slowly catching up to Charles Sandfer, who I think took a pit stop. Yes, he did. Charles Sandfer is now 2 laps down, but I don't know if the guys are gonna catch him. And oh man, we're having a battle for the lead. Now here comes McIntyre in the 22. Can McIntyre get an inside run on his teammate? He's trying to, but I think Tang is just a little bit better on the outside. Now Shawn Henley. You know, man, I think we're having pit stops because some of the drivers just separated just now. Are we having pit stops? Yes, we are. Alex Drayton and Jake Rogers came down to pit road, but now the question is, when are the leaders gonna come pit? So green flag pit stops come to the final 10 laps of this race are happening. And oh boy, and I think Jackie Tang is gonna come down this time by. What about McIntyre? No, McIntyre is staying out. And what about the rest of the leaders? Henley's coming in too, as well as Derek Engel, Joshua Collar, Joshua Mudd. Let's see, Ian Dutta, Dakota Hughes, and Poteet. So McIntyre, he will stay out to lead a lap, and he has a 2.5-second lead over Dillon Young. Noah Boggs is now 3rd. Seth Cole is 4th, and Kris Wascher is now 5th. But now McIntyre, he's really gonna have to do a good pit stop. And oh man, there's some smoke in turns 3 and 4, but there's no caution, and I have no idea who it was by. But now McIntyre, he's coming down pit road, and Noah Boggs, he's staying out. Noah Boggs is staying out once again. He's gonna try to roll the dice and see if he can try to come out ahead. Paul said to Noah Boggs, over the last few weeks in both SEGA and ARCA, he's just been having disappointing finishes and getting in wrecks. But right now he has one of the cleanest cars on the track, and he wants to try to use pit strategies to try to come out with the win tonight. He wants to try to go coast to coast, but can he do it? Is he coming down pit road this time by? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's coming down. Noah Boggs is coming down. We're about to hit lap number 43 as we now see Alex Ferranti still on pit road. We have 8 laps to go, but a lot can happen in 8 laps. And we had and we had 2 wrecks during this green flag run, but there were no cautions. But now the question is, who is going to come out as the race leader? They still say that Levi McIntyre is 2nd, so we're going to have to find the 22. And the 22 just left pit road, and Shawn Henley, he's going to have to try to catch the 22. And Noah Boggs just left pit road. If he can get out just ahead a little bit, he can still be the race leader. But where is McIntyre? There he is. There's McIntyre, but oh man, he just passed Noah Boggs. And I think once they come back around, the lead is gonna cycle over to the 22. But Shawn Henley, he's all over the back bumper of the 22, trying to get his 2nd win here of the season. He has rear damage, and oh man, he is indeed closing the gap on McIntyre. We're going to have to keep an eye on the ticker. Is McIntyre going to be the race leader? And just look at the run Shawn Henley got out of turns 3 and 4. But don't forget, and yes he is, Levi McIntyre is the race leader, but not for long, because here comes Shawn Henley now for the lead. Shawn Henley in the number 25, but now don't forget, Levi McIntyre stayed out longer, so McIntyre's tires, they're gonna be more fresh than Shawn Henley's. McIntyre's tires. Oh man, just a heated battle between the 22 and the 25. And McIntyre, he just got the outside run, and he will keep the lead. Now hanging back in 3rd is Henley's teammate Alex Drayton. We're about to have a battle for 4th place between Derek Engel and Kris Wascher, 2 good friends who race online in the NR 2003 community. As we just see Alex Drayton now leaving the road. And Jackie Tang, he's falling back to 6th place. And we're having a battle for 7th between Noah Boggs and Joshua Mudd. 9th is now Dillon Young, and we just had a battle for 10th between Jake Rogers and Sean Galligan. But the laps are indeed winding down, and Levi McIntyre, he is the guy in charge right now. I'm trying to remember when the last time the 22 went to victory lane. I think it was season 1 and the 2nd Dover race. I'm not sure. With NASCAR and PES 22 behind the wheel, he never gave me his real name, so I have no idea what it was. But anyway, we have 4.5 laps to go, and it's still all about McIntyre. His time is running out for Shawn Henley, and he's probably going to need the help of his teammate Alex Drayton. Alex Drayton, he's trying to catch these 2. Twinks Racing is now running 2nd and 3rd, but where is Seth Cole? Where is Seth Cole? In the 52, there he is. He's running in the 14th position, so oh man, so Seth, he had a bad pit stop. But heading back up to the front, it's still all about these guys now. And Drayton, he has caught Shawn Henley. Now the 2 are going to have to work together to see if they can get around that 22 car. But Levi McIntyre, he's headed into the travel. 3 laps to go. Now we're having battle for 2nd. I think Henley is going to let Drayton go because Drayton obviously has the faster car, and he doesn't have any damage, and that's exactly what Henley did. He let the 51 go. Oh man, both the 22 and the 51 are trying to get their first wins. Levi McIntyre's best finish of this season is 2nd place when he finished 2nd to Steven Gonzalez in the Daytona 500, but he wants to get a win. And Alex Drayton, he wants to increase his all-time win list to 5 here tonight. Can he do it? We have 2 to go. Time is running out for Alex Drayton if he wants to get around Levi McIntyre. If he wants to make his move, he better do it now. And look at the run he got on the inside in that turn. And oh boy, he's going to have to look under the 22. But McIntyre, he's really doing some defensive driving right now. And oh boy, I think they're going to catch his teammate Charles Sandfer is coming back down pit road, but I don't think lap traffic is going to be an issue. We're coming to the white flag now. The white flag is waving, and it's between the 22 and the 51, and Drayton is all over the back of Levi McIntyre. Alex Drayton trying to look to the inside of the 22, but can't make a move yet. This is his last chance. He better go to the inside now. But oh boy, McIntyre is blocking him. McIntyre is blocking him, and the caution is out. The caution is out, but that doesn't matter right now. Heading out of turns 3 and 4 for the final time to capture his very first SEGA Cup Series victory. Levi McIntyre, he will win the Coca-Cola 600. Levi McIntyre holds off a charging Alex Drayton to capture his very first ever victory here at Charlotte, as he will take the Coke 600. Levi McIntyre brings the 22 car back to victory lane, and McIntyre, he sits 33rd in standing, so a win here will definitely do him some good and give him the momentum he desperately needs. And it looks like McIntyre is taking a victory lap along with Alex Drayton, but Alex Drayton, he really gave his heart out. His first points race after making his return to the SEGA Cup, and he ends up second for Twinix Racing. How about that? Shawn Henley ends up 3rd place. 4th was Kris Wascher. 5th in the 5 is Derek Engel. 6th was Jackie Tay. Good top 10 for the 77. 7th was Dillon Young. I think they went down pit road already. Oh, no. There's Dillon Young. 8th was Sean Gallagher. 9th was Zach Hamlin. And rounding out the top 10 was James McLeod. And it turns out that that final wreck involved our points leader, Ian Dutta. Oh, man. Well, before we go to victory lane, let's see what happened to Ian Dutta in the 14. Here's what happened that brought out our final caution of the night. Both Dillon Young and Noah Boggs were fighting for the 7th position. And this just goes to show how hard that Penske was driving here tonight. I mean, Dillon Young just hooks the left rear of Noah Boggs, and that just sends him below the apron. And like I said, if you go fast below the apron, you're going to get loose and slide up the track. Now, Dillon Young, he also got loose, but he manages just to save it and keep it going, and he actually finished in the 7th position. But Noah Boggs, he comes down right onto the track, right in front of Joshua Mudd. And James McLeod, he was also involved, but he still finished in the top 10. Jake Rogers was also involved here, as McLeod just goes head first into the safer barrier. Alex Ferranti, I think he missed it. Yes, he did. He missed it. The same goes for Sean Gallagher. And here comes Ian Dutta and Zach Hamlin. And Ian Dutta, he just slams hard into the Golden Corral Ford Fusion. Zach Hamlin, he had the drive on the high side to avoid the spinning 28. So this is what happened coming to the this is what happened on the final lap. Oh man, real tough break for Noah Boggs, Joshua Mudd, and James McLeod. They were all going for the top 10 here. And Seth Cole, he also got involved. What happened to the 52? Oh, okay. He missed that red, but Zach Hamlin, he did get a little hit from a Jake Rogers, so he was slow. So Seth Cole, he slammed into the back of the 56, and then that just made him slide. So that's what happened to Seth here. I think he's still gonna get a top 15 finish though. We're gonna have to look at the rest of the finishing order. And here we are back here with the rest of the finishing order. I already exported the race, but Levi McIntyre comes out on top. He finished 2nd place in the Daytona 500, but tonight he can call himself a winner here in the NASCAR SEGA Cup. He captures his first ever SEGA Cup Series victory here tonight at the Coke 600 at Charlotte. And let's see, the rest of the finishing order. Dillon Poteet ended up 11th. Seth Cole ended up 12th despite running into the back of Zach Hamlin. Joshua Collins ends up 13th. Dakota Hughes is 14th. And Noah Boggs, even though he was in that final wreck, he ended up with a top 15 a lap down. Jake Rogers retired out in 16th. Ian Dutta was 17th a lap down. Joshua Mudd was 2 laps down in 18th. And both Charles Sandfer and Alex Ferranti were 3 laps down. in 19th and 20th. That is the rest of the cars that were running. And from 21st on down to 42nd, we have Cody Lamas, Cole Daly, Rohit Vadarevu, Eric Burton, Lyndon Wright, Ryan Acosta, Michael Norman, Pichu London, Dougie Shears, William Duncan, Charles Jackson, Tim Fiegel, Garett Snyder, Trent Dunham, Steven Gonzalez, Jessica Shelton, Danny Wells, Kyle Matthews. Second in points, Joseph Lombard, James Silverfox. Fourth in points, James Qualls, and Sky Commons. That is the field. I believe our highest finishing points, the highest finisher who finished in the points was Dillon Young. He finished 7th, and he's actually 7th in points, 1 point behind Pichu London. So this is definitely a good points race for the Yellow Deuce. Well, I think it's safe to say that I am happy to finally leave Charlotte. We're finally going to get back to the regular races here. The Coke 600 was a big doozy. We had a nice green flag run going, and a couple of accidents happened here that just completely dismantled the field. But I bet you one guy who's not going to be complaining, and that's Levi McIntyre. After a season of disappointments at Kansas, he blew up at a turn 4, but tonight he is going to celebrate here with a win here in North Carolina. Well, that does it here for Charlotte. I'm finally happy to say that we are out of here. So stay tuned for the next SEGA Cup Series race. Congratulations one last time to Levi McIntyre, and we will see you next time.